Let's talk about Drake. He has officially announced the Iceman album. It is coming out on May 15th, which is roughly a month, well, basically 3 weeks from now. First, let's talk about the records he's breaking still. And then I want to talk about the Iceman album and what I expect from the album. So one thing is, Nothing Was the Same is breaking records, which is my favorite Drake album. And this is what's happened. Drake has no shortage of impressive feats to brag about. And recently, he added one more to the list. According to Hip Hop All Day, his 2013 album, Nothing Was the Same, has now spent a decade charting on the Billboard 200. He managed this with Take Care and Views too, making him the only rapper in history to have more than one album reach this milestone. This isn't the only accomplishment Drake has to celebrate these days either. Earlier this month, he also broke his own personal streaming record on Spotify. He reached a whopping 88.74 million monthly listeners on the platform. This is more monthly listeners than any other rapper has had in the past. His previous record was 88.71 million monthly listeners. Before that, it was reported that Drake is on track to have the biggest streaming year for a rapper ever. He's already surpassed 5 billion streams on Spotify so far this year. Okay, that's all cool, but I'm glad that Nothing Was the Same gets the same praise as, I guess, his critically acclaimed Take Care album and even Views. Views just had a lot of major hits for him with like One Dance, Hotline Bling. I think those were the two major. One Dance is his biggest song in his career in terms of streaming and just where it placed first #1 record ever for him on the Hot 100, so on and so forth. So that's why Views is up there, but Take Care and Nothing Was the Same, I feel like those are good debates for Drake's best albums to me. But yeah, shout out to Drake for that. Let's talk about Iceman and what to expect with Iceman, what I expect. May 15th is the release date. He's released some interesting, like when the guy found the release date, whatever, from the, first off, the promo for this album is very good. Dropping random ice block that's huge, just not one ice block, but a bunch of ice blocks stacked up and telling people that, hey, when the ice melts is when the release date is. Genius marketing, because other companies are, trolling and having their fun with that and doing their own kind of promo relating to that. Then you got a bunch of streamers going there trying to break the ice, fans and all that stuff. So great promo, probably just it's a genius idea overall. Like it's a fun idea, something different, right? So that's cool. Regardless, I want this album to be not a double disc. That's the first thing. I want it to be like Nothing Was the Same. I want it to be compact, 13 to 16 tracks. No crazy new artist features. I don't want to fucking hear from Yeet or whatever that girl was that he put on that record. Like, I want none of those preview records that came out, none of those singles that came out. So none of those tracks I want on the album.